As we pick up the action now in the lightweight division, Vинсент Пазиенза against Сергей Мичник. And this now is the second round. The first round, there was some action, the Russian seeming to win it because of his larger size and more compact style. This is the second round. Pazиенза, 19 years old, from Cranston, Rhode Island. He's 5'7". And Michnik, 21 years old, from the Ukraine, is 5'10". So the 3 inches and the bigger reach here are the advantage to the Russian. But Pazиенза is a cocky little fella, isn't he?
That certainly is a great advantage to be at 5'10", again, opposite an opponent who's 5'7". And this Russian boxer, like the past we've seen, also steps back and steps in very quickly, but has a kind of a soft jab, as we say in the trade. Doesn't have that stiff zing to it.
Michnik is the 1981 Soviet champion.
An interesting thing happened to their road work in a little park opposite the Hotel Metropole here in Moscow. It's been snowing quite heavily, and there was a lady worker shoveling snow, and she accidentally tripped Pazиенза, and he missed a few days of practice because of that slip and hurt his back.
What was that little foxtrot he was doing there, Arthur?
Well, he's imitating, of course, Muhammad Ali, who started all those histrionics in the ring.
And he's getting hit because of it, isn't he?
Yeah, he drops his hands too low. He does that shuffle. But this is another American boxer whom I think will be a pretty good fighter in a year from now, because he's got the guts, he's gutsy, he has the moves, but he has to be corrected on the way he holds his hands in his arms.
Second round of this lightweight fight. 3 3-minute rounds.
There's a publication in America called The Amateur Boxer, and Pazиенза was voted #1 in his weight class. Now there he goes with his arms down again. Fighters do that because they tire and they want a brief rest.
It's always moving, though, isn't he? Like a water bug, look.
Yeah, because it is always moving that way, he's not in proper balance. He doesn't have a good square fundamental stance.
The Russian getting in a few there. Sergei Michnik. Russians leading here 3-1. Now
that's what he should be doing a little more of. If he boxes on the inside like he did during that last encounter, he'd be better off.
Pazиенза trying to get inside.
Pazиenза seems to lead with his right a lot. He didn't learn that from Pat Nappy, I'm sure. Seems like he's getting a little frustrated.
Coming to the end of round 2 here in this lightweight confrontation. Vинсент Пазиенза now answering the bell for round 3 in this lightweight battle against Sergei Michnik of the Soviet Union. And Vинсент Pazиенза has his work cut out. He is so eager, though, and so spirited a fighter. But he's giving away a good bit in height and reach to the young Russian. The Russian team here, as a matter of fact, Art, is quite strong. The squad includes 4 Olympic medalists from 1980, 6 1981 European champions, and 1981 World Cup champions. But that's what it's all about, to fight the best, to get the experience, isn't it?
Yes, and what you noted, that long reach and that height is a distinct, great advantage to have. Pazиенза should attempt to get in a lot closer, but it's very difficult for him to do it because of that long jab. Pazиензa is a very exciting boxer to watch. He resembles Boom Boom Mancini, who is a pretty good professional fighter in the United States. He's got all the moves, lateral moves, stepping back and forth, and I think that he has a great future. He probably will represent the United States in the 1984 Olympics if he keeps up his experience along the way.
He's a business major at Rhode Island Junior College in Warwick, and he's got all of the spirit you'd ever want.
Yeah, he's extremely confident and cocky. He's the kind of a kid you like. He's the same way when you're talking to him in person than most of the boxers.
Having his hands full here, though, because of the size of the Russian and perhaps the experience.
When Pazиенза gets on the inside, he tends to hold. When he gets on the inside, what he should be doing is more body punching. But that Russian is very, very elusive. He's back and forth, and you'll notice that the referees are visible in the amateur ranks, and rightfully so, because they're attempting to protect the fighters, and they notice all the infringement of the rules. Pazzienza is getting clipped every time he comes in, but he's a game kid. When you notice, he punches both gloves. That means he's getting ready, but he doesn't have the force behind it. Now, that was a right cross, and it seems that Pazzienza looked a little annoyed about that, and I don't know why.
That was a right-hand lead, of course. It's going to get him in trouble sooner or later, isn't it?
Yeah, it looked like he's throwing a baseball then. Now I see something in the back of Pazzienza. It's blood. That's what happened. He hit him again in the back of the head, and apparently that disturbance a moment ago was because of a gash.
All right, referee Robert Wemberly now stopping the fight for the moment, I believe.
Yeah, he's taking Pazzienza over to Dr. Jameson, who is the American doctor again.
And there is a gash on the neck, I expect, or high up in the hairline there, and you can see the face is telling the tale of what Pazzienza's been through here.
Yeah, it's right at the top of the head, Jack.
All right, they resume.
Okay, it looks like Pazzienza's mad now. He's going to come out.
Yeah, look at him go.
Yep. If he could get on the inside, he'd be better off, but it's very, very difficult. That Russian's a cute boxer.
And there it is, the end of the fight.
Well, now, this Pazzienza attempting to get on the inside, but the Russian has that quick, snappy jab. It makes it impossible for Pazzienza to get on the inside like he would like.
And here's the decision, and of course it is to the Russian. Sergei Micnik defeating Pazzienza in the lightweight division. And that makes now the score, the Soviet Union 4 and the United States 1. We'll be back with more.